Okay, so Red Hawk's now up. I think he's seen something. I don't know what he's seen. But look at that posture. He's very interested in something in the grass here. Very good morning to all the viewers and subscribers. So as you can see this morning, we're not out as early as we have been the last few virtual safaris, but we are out in very horrible, misty, light rain conditions. And obviously the bush is very quiet at the moment. There's one or two birds calling, and it looks like there's an elephant bull up front. We'll head back to where we had the Mbiris pride on the last episode. It looked like they were heading back towards possibly where they could be keeping their cubs. So after leaving the bull elephant, we've journeyed further down the road and taken a 2-track, and we've been lucky enough to bump 3 hyenas, and we've got a youngster that's looking quite curious and heading straight towards the vehicle. Let's see what he does. So I'm not sure how many of you noticed, but now that we're closer to this female hyena as she's suckling a youngster, you can see there's a distinct mark around the back of this hyena's neck, behind the ears. So if you are wondering, it is the scar of an old snare. So a lot of the hyenas in the area do get snared when they go out and either into the community outside the reserve, or potentially pick up snares inside the reserve here and there. And the ones we do get to save, obviously we get to keep tabs on them and see that they're still doing well, because some of them have got scars. Others don't. A lot of the time they do heal, obviously depending on how bad the snare wound is, but that's the price to pay, unfortunately, for some of these hyenas. But it's a really good story to see that this hyena is now a mother and is raising future generations of hyenas, knowing that we were very lucky enough to save this hyena. So while sitting with the family of hyenas, there has been a lot of dew and obviously misty rain this morning, and one thing that is really sticking out like a sore thumb is all of the spider webs in the area. So lots of different types of spiders, community spiders, but here we've got golden orb spiders, and they're quite well known or sort of famous for making that golden stringy web. Obviously it's only, you can really see that in good lighting and with lots of sun. So on this overcast, very flat day, it's very tough to see that, but obviously with all the raindrops and water droplets on the web, it's really sticking out at the moment. Just bumped into a lioness here on this big open clearing close to Pod Mahogany. There are some impala in the area, so we are going to hang around and see what she gets up to. I don't know if it's a Nauru lioness, could also possibly be an Mbiris lioness, so we'll have to wait for confirmation now. I don't know if there's other lionesses in the area as well, or if she's alone. So at the moment it looks like there's 3 lionesses. And to be more specific, it looks like it is lionesses from the Mbiris pride, so it's really good to see them again. We haven't seen the Mbiris pride for a number of weeks. They probably come in a lot more than what we think they do in the south, but obviously with the not so dense road network and massive areas of land and blocks down in the south, it's very difficult to actually keep tabs on them. But when they do pop up, it is a nice treat. I don't know where the Kruger male is, and I'm not sure where the young Mbiris males are either, but I'm sure as it dries out and the bush thins out and we go into winter, we should get more sightings of them around the southern part of the reserve, which would be very exciting and great to have different lions on the virtual safari weekly. Okay, so our morning has really just taken off after a very quiet, slow start. We've now got what looks like the red hawk male down in the south. Easily becoming one of my favourite leopards so far in the Manyeleti. It's such a privilege to have him pushing in from the Sabi Sands. And he's a really stunning male, super chilled, very relaxed. And here we've got him on this beautiful summer's morning. Okay, so Red Hawk's now up. I think he's seen something. I don't know what he's seen. But look at that posture. He's very interested in something in the grass here. Yeah, Red Hawk was very relaxed in the grass, and then all of a sudden something in the grass other side of our vehicles just made him very alert. It could be a hyena, it could even be maybe an impala or a warthog that he's seen. So at the moment Red Hawk is sitting up in the grass. It has gotten really hot this morning, and I'm not sure if he's going to move towards a big tree for shade and maybe climb up into the tree, or if he's still seen something like he did earlier and he's just not sure what he's going to do. We've now come north, and we've got a portion of the Mbiris pride here just on Ngala Loop. Looks like at the moment there's 5 of them. It looks like one or two of the youngsters and one of the larger females. So it is very cool and windy. I haven't seen any game on the big open clearing like there normally is, so we're going to wait for them and see. Maybe they get up and get active. I did see a sign of movement earlier. Fingers crossed that they get up and move for us this evening. Okay, so interestingly enough, one of the large lionesses has gotten up and seen, looks like a group of wildebeest in the distance. I have managed to figure out that this was the missing group of the Mbiris from the other day on the last episode when we had the 6 of them, the 5 lionesses, including young open female and of course then the young open male, making that 6 lions. And then here we've got 5, 2 adult lionesses and the 3 youngsters of the Mbiris pride, which definitely means that all 11 are still alive. Obviously to make up the full number we're missing in Chile and Mandevu, but these lions look like they're showing a lot of interest in these wildebeest, so we're going to follow and see what they get up to. So there we've got the one lead Mbiris lioness, one of the older, more mature lionesses. And there you can see in the background the herd of wildebeest that she's showing interest in. It's quite interesting, one of the younger lionesses, the youngster out of the 3, where it's the 2 young males and the young female, she's also sort of participating and trying to keep up with, we presume, the mother of her. And the 2 boys are behind me with another lioness, presumably the other mother of the whoever. I'm not sure how it works with the 3 youngsters. I think the female and one of the young males are siblings, and the other young male is a lone cub that's practically their cousin. So at the moment we're about to leave the Mbiris pride. They've gone off, or the 5 members of the Mbiris pride, they've gone off into this area that we can't really follow them in, and they are hunting at night, so it's actually, we decided to just give them the space and the time that they need to hunt. There's a big herd of impala, lots of wildebeest, so they were looking very interested and keen, so it would be unfair for us to get involved and tip the odds in any favour. So we have decided to leave them. And on the other note, it does look like there's quite a bit of rain on the way, so we thought we'd get back to camp quickly before the rain comes down. So that brings this virtual safari to an end. Something very interesting that I did notice is that the 5 lions that we did see weren't the group of 6 that we saw in the last episode. So all 11 of the core pride are still around and alive. Of the Mbiris pride, obviously we're missing Mandevu and Achila, but it looks like everyone else is accounted for, which is great news. So very exciting times. But that brings us to an end. We'll see you all on the next episode of the virtual safari. We'll be heading out early tomorrow morning to see if we can catch up with some of the other future stars.